Bring it on, bring it on. You, bring it on. You,
life know the sweet though, eh. If some people know they hate you, so use the number 6 so and calculate, you go see the ratio. The beef self na me yo, whether na asu them relate to. So bring
this is the AGM of the Board of Fellows holding today in Kano, the ancient city of Kano, during the 98th Annual National Conference of the Pharmaceutical of Nigeria. I wish to welcome everybody to this. I want to apologize, I said earlier, about the not too friendly ambience in this hall. Customarily, the hosting state of the PSN hosts, the members of the Board of Fellows in the host state of the PSN hosts our AGM as much as they can. They provide the venue and the catering. And today, this venue and the catering is being provided by our dear distinguished fellows in Kano who have graciously accepted to host us. Unfortunately, technical reasons from the owners of this center, our ATs are not working. They had said it was very okay, but we just have to accept it. We'll just have to ensure that we'll finish this meeting quickly, so we won't have that inconvenience for so much of the time. Yesterday morning, I circulated our documents for this AGM online for electronic copies. Again, in planning this conference, there have been challenges of logistics. The bus carrying the PSN materials spent 5 days on the way and only came in yesterday morning about 4 a.m. That was why you had the chaotic situation about giving bags and conference materials. The bus left Lagos on Thursday and got to Kano on Tuesday morning. Similarly, the second vehicle of the society, the Sienna, left Lagos on Saturday or whatever, and is still in Abuja. Our materials for this AGM are in that Sienna. AGM and that same bus in that Sienna. So we are here today running an AGM without the physical papers. They are all sent to all of us and to look at your mails. If you're not there, let's know. This one is one the secretary put in his pocket as his own secure copy. So it is the Nigerian situation. The vehicle broke down in. Let me finish, sir. I'm coming, sir. The vehicle materials never got here to us. So I have sent the thing to all our WhatsApp numbers. If you open it, kindly open, adopt them and move along with this meeting today. But invariably, some of us open our WhatsApp with our agenda for the AGM. Just my apologies for the issues we've observed. May I request fellow Hajia Ustad Gila to please give us an opening prayer, the chairman of the council of Pharmacy Council.
Let us pray.
Of God Almighty, the most merciful, the most beneficent, we give glory to you for another day. We give glory for bringing us here safely. We want to commit this meeting into your hand, the Almighty Allah, to give us, a perfect understanding of our coming to this place, and bless us in whatever way and in whatever means and thinking that will bring progress, not only to the Board of Fellows, but to the entire pharmacies in Nigeria. May Almighty Allah answer all our prayers.
Amendments and adoption of the agenda as presented. Reading amendment of adoption of minutes of the media meeting, matters arising, secretary's reports, financial officers' reports, adoption and discussion of officers' reports, subscription status of members. Then there's a briefing by the PSN president and registrar PCN, and I also add any briefing by the chairman of the PCN. She is here with us, or some remarks by chairman of the PCN. Committee reports, presentation, adoption, media meeting reports, publications, public image committee, drug and substance abuse committee, bylaws review committee, finance revenue operation committee, research and grants committee, liberty and mentorship committee, election screening committee, correspondences, any other business, elections, vote of thanks, chairman's closing remarks, and the closing. These are the items on the agenda. So, public record there, thank you. And your state?
Pharmacist Ibrahim Abamasa from Bruno. In the other of any other changes in the agenda, I move for adoption, please.
Thank you, Master.
Pharmacist Iman Udabe, Anambra State. I so support the agenda they adopted as a work.
Thank you, Iman, for the very next item on the program booklet as sent to you by email. Address of the Chairman, Board of Fellows at the annual general meeting of the Board of Fellows held on Wednesday, 5th November 2025 in Kano. Protocol as taken. First, I wish to thank the Almighty for journey mercies granted all of us to this historic and ancient city of Kano, the commercial nerve center of northern Nigeria and second largest city in Nigeria. I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to each of you for your unwavering commitment and contributions over the past year. Your efforts have been instrumental to steering our board towards success. Especially, I want to acknowledge all who had accepted to serve in various capacities and offices since our election by the AGM in Uyo, Bible State in November 2024. Reflecting on the past year, we have so much to be proud of. We had achieved significant milestones in the organization and streamlining of our board administration. We have introduced innovative concepts to drive membership engagement and free flow of information within the board. We have set out to review and address operational challenges within the board, including studying reports on activities of previous committees, and realized that they were all limited by paucity of funds. NEC consequently engaged in fund recovery and robust drive to ensure that members were up to date on subscription payments. Permit me to appreciate our very diligent and resourceful state coordinators who have shown deep commitments to this fund recovery. We pursued the planning and execution of our 7 public lecture and media meetings through dinner and award night 2025 with the theme mental health, a basic human right crucial to personal, community, and social economic development in July this year at the Festival Hotel and Suites and Mood of Lagos. We wish to report that it was fully self-funded with some surplus accruing to the board. I wish to use this golden opportunity to thank our various sponsors and donors who made this possible. Our appreciation also goes to the PSN president, past presidents, and past chairman of our board for all their support and presence at this event. Our board, as a conscience of the profession, derives its strength not only from caliber of its over 650 very accomplished members who represent the finest and the best in the pharma ecosystem, but also from the structures we put in place to achieve our mission and vision of the board. Consequently, 7 committees have been constituted and inaugurated by NEC. These 7 statutory and ad hoc committees were established in line with provisions of our Board of Fellows Bylaw 2023, though some modifications to the terms of reference were made in line with the present realities. By this, we are assured that the realization of the objective of this fellowship is not left to chance, but anchored on well-defined structures and functional arms. Other committees we brought on board on a need-to-need assessment basis. The committees inaugurated are as listed. The Bylaw Review Committee, chaired by Farm ABU Oyawole. The Finance Committee, chaired by Dr. M. Zango, co-chaired by I.K. Ugu. Drug and Substance Abuse Committee, chaired by Professor Wanang. Leverage and Mentorship Committee, chaired by Dr. Lulu Ojo. Research and Grants Management Committee, chaired by Farm Professors Charles Simone. Public Image Committee, chaired by Pharmacist Ernest Okafor. And our Screening Committee, chaired by Pharmacist Lanre Familusi. Each committee has been carefully designed to deliver on specific aspects of our professional and social responsibilities. Public image and perception must be changed. The board must be big and bold, because if you have not said it, you have not done it. Our endowment fund must be restructured to ensure continuous inflow of funds and resources. Our academia must have a firm handshake with entrepreneurs and industry. The outcome of our 7th public lecture on mental health must be diligently pursued to ensure that the scourge and menace are managed and controlled. We must identify gaps, ambiguities, and outdated provisions of our bylaws and amend such with provisions that reflect the objectives, values, and professional needs of the board. We must create and maintain a mentorship framework that facilitates knowledge transfer from fellows to our younger generation. All this will look up to these committees to develop and provide insights and smart activities. We have engaged all groups and strata of the pharmaceutical side of Nigeria and beyond. We have continued to innovate, while our resilience and collaborations have enabled us to overcome barriers successfully. The committee of past chairman of the board, headed by Professor Bruno Wangpo, comprising 9 eminent successful leaders, have been most supportive to our executive committee, providing encouragement at times of despair and helping strengthen our thoughts and validate our processes. Their active participation in all programs of the board is most commendable. In appreciation for what they've done for us at the last media meeting, they were all there with us, and we want to thank them, and we provided a few things for them during the meeting. Permit me to appreciate the very commendable efforts and support received from our state coordinators in the past 1 year. They have continually provided effective leadership and stood for the national executive in their various states or zonal chapters. To strengthen administration in the states, I urge the constitution of state or zonal committees in line, or executives in line with the provisions of the bylaws where they are not in place. We need to have state committees, zonal committees in place so they can actually help drive the association. NEC desires improved communication with the state coordinators on members' welfare, because if you don't tell us, we will never know that we have problems. The annual subscription and financial plans of the board. I wish to thank our esteemed members of this board for their kind approval of the increase of our annual subscription from 30 to 50,000 naira. That was in December 2024, not 25. And the endowment fee to 50,000 naira in this well-attended EGM that held virtually. Response by members is quite encouraging. However, some members have failed to pay their dues despite all efforts and appeals by NEC. Today, about 60 fellows are in arrears of dues for past 3 years, totaling over 60 million naira to this board. NEC is therefore determined to refer these debtors to the PSN for appropriate action. We've written them, we've spoken to them, we've sent them mails, but there has been a bit recalcitrant in attending to what they need to do as members of the board. I wish to acknowledge the immense support I've received from my team of executive members, and who have selflessly continued to render service to our board. The internal auditor of the board, Pharmacist Maria Opara FPSN, has served out her term and hence not eligible for election. In line with the resolution of the POF at the just AGM, a new director shall be elected at this AGM to replace her. The other positions NEC have been filled as recommended and published by the Screening Committee of the board. What's our future outlook like? Looking ahead, the coming years. The coming year holds promising opportunities. Our goals are ambitious, yet achievable, with your support and engagement. And this include to implement programs designed and recommended by our various committees after assessment and approval, with a positive financial statement as presented at this AGM, coupled with our commitment to improving funding and collaboration. Projects implementation shall be strengthened and sustained. We hope to review the process of selection of fellows of the PSN in collaboration with the society and other relevant stakeholders. The fellowship is the PSN responsibility, but we believe that all our presidents and past are all members of the board of fellows. So by consultation with them, we could look at and reject the way that people emerge as fellows of this profession. We need to promote the introduction of enrollment fee and investiture fee to be paid by new fellows in consultation with the PSN, NEC, and Council. We are having challenges getting money from the PSN after each investiture. So we are proposing to the PSN to enable us get members who are going to be inducted to pay their enrollment fee to the board, depending on the PSN. So we'll have an initial, engagement by those members as they come to join us on the board. So we don't go quarreling with the society every time about giving us money after the induction ceremony. We need to strengthen collaboration with sister fellowships with the society, WAPCP and NAFAM. They are all there. We are sharing some goals different. So we need to sit down at the same table and look at how we can collaborate among these various sister fellowships. We need to review our strategies for roles, responsibilities, and privileges of fellows within the society. We shall think deeply and work out a policy direction for fellows that will create niche positions of influence and authority in the pharma ecosystem as we committed to provide value for fellowship. We shall seek modalities to improve the flow and ease of processing of documents forwarded by fellows to agencies like the Pharmaceutical Council, NAFDAC, Ministry of Health, other agencies. This will be a privilege that when a fellow sends something to these agencies and is properly done, they could say, because this is a fellow, let's take it more serious than other people. These are advocacy materials I have to look at and pursue them. I urge all of us to continue active participation to bring forth new ideas and initiatives. Collaboration and innovation are key as we navigate the future. Let us work together to uphold our values and ethos. With the work of our committees in progress, we intend to convene a National Leaders Summit of BOF. We need to think about the board. We need to develop strategic plans for the board, short term and long term. We must redefine the board. We've been made fellows. What are we doing for ourselves and for society? So we need to convene a summit. But we'll sit down, some eggheads, some very people who can craft themes and craft strategic programs for the board. So we can have a short and a long term. So even the successive administrations can see we're pursuing certain agenda that will bring more value and progress to the board, to the society. In closing, I wish to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to all distinguished fellows for your unwavering support, dedication, and active participation in the activities and affairs of our noble board and profession. Your calls, your words of encouragement and advice continue to inspire progress and drive our efforts towards excellence. Finally, I wish to acknowledge and appreciate Administrative Secretary Mrs. Vivian Iwamadi, who has held forth and run our secretariat efficiently during the preceding year. And now I wish to open the floor for fruitful, sincere discussions and with candor and the spirit of collaboration. We shall receive reports from officers and wish to take all questions, comments, and suggestions you may have. Feel free. Your inputs are vital as we continue to grow and succeed with fresh thinking and new ideas. At this AGM, I'm going to be a good listener, essentially. I want to learn. This is my first AGM, 1 year into my tenure. And today I'm going to learn. I have my pen and paper to write what you want, and we'll try to achieve them. God bless all of us. God bless our board, and God bless Professional Pharmacy. God bless you. Next thing we need to go in is the roll call of states. Mr. Secretary, sir.
AGM, good afternoon, everybody. The roll call. May I quickly invite fellow Joe Itakana, please. Can I have your hand there? You help me in doing the count this way, and then fellow Uju Ogu, please help me in this department. Thank you. All right. Now the arrival of the president of Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, our own dear fellow Aigo. Our president. We'll start with Adamawa State. If you're here, please can you be upstanding? Every other person, please be seated while we take the roll call. Thank you. One. Akwa Ibom State. One. Anambra State.
The chairman, raise your hand.
Four. Bauchi State. One. Bayelsa State. Zero.
No, 3, 4.
3. How many, please? 3. 2. Cross River State. 0. Delta State. 1.
3. Correct.
Ekiti State.
Hello, please, could you sit over there?
Yeah, no one.
1.
I've tried.
Enugu State. 2.
9 on this side. 9 here. How many do you have? 19.
FCT 20.
How many?
Gombe State.
1. Zero, I see.
0. Imo State.
Zero.
0. Jigawa State.
Jigawa is 2.
Kaduna State.
Including the president. The president.
Katsina State. 0. Kebbi State. 0. Kogi State. 0. Kwara State. 4. Lagos State.
'Even in Kano, we are number 1. Even in Kano, we are number 1. Did you count these ones? Did you count these ones?
45. Only 45. National State.
I'm from Nasarawa.
I acknowledge the arrival of our past presidents. Particular order include past President Buddha. You're welcome, sir. Past President Yakasai, welcome. Past President Tony Ahime. I hope I'm not missing anyone. You are recognized, sir. Okay. Can we please, unless you are working for me, just cassettes. Two. Ogun State. Ogun State. Four. Osho State. 4. 6. 7. River State. 5. Sokoto State. 6. What about you? Yobe State. 0. Zamfara State.
Yeah. American NAPSA.
I saw a few of them. 3 of them. 3. That's all we'll have for the roll call.
So our AGM can commence in earnest according to the bylaws. Gentlemen and my dear colleagues and fellows, in the course of the year, since our we lost some of our members, the board of no members, and which I hope to read out. Anhu MC, Chief MC Anahu, Chief Elder Joe Taiwo Oyawole Olorogo, Onyeji Chuks Eugene, Ernest Ayube Ato, Clement Ikechukwu Owunna, Aliyu Haruna Bida, Sir Ifeanyi Atueyi, Professor SCN Etienne E, Chief Olu Akinkube, and Pharmacist Ali Bakao. These are members of our board, who have been called to higher glory. May we, in a moment of silence, stand up to please honor them. Some moments of silence. May we commend the souls of our faithful departed and our colleagues in this board, that they may rest with the Almighty. Amen. May I especially welcome our living ancestors who joined us in course of this meeting. The table is not big enough. Welcome you to this our AGM. As I said, may I invite our president, my president, sir. I want to especially welcome you because initially what was that you were not there, so I could recognize you. I want to thank you, sir, for bringing your team of advisors and ancestors to join us at this meeting. So I want to appreciate you. Welcome to the high table as we discuss the president, sir. Thank you, sir. Of our adoption of our minutes of the media meeting, I'm assuming we have read, because I circulated it and I asked us to read through it. So I think I will assume that we have read the minutes of our media meeting. Do I assume that, my house? Do I assume we've read the minutes of the media meeting? So we can just adopt it and move on. Thank you very much. You know, pharmacists are very intelligent people. To make corrections on the media meeting minutes. And I want to go quickly through it. The minutes. Please, I want to apologize again to the House that we didn't number the attendance. Please, Secretary, take note. You need to number the attendance so you can refer to the number you're talking about, because here is just bulleted. So let me start with number, the first page, which page 08 on the document you have. Page 8, attendance. And attendance on the first page, physical attendance. On the second page, page 09, page 10 on the electronic copy, page 11, and then apologies on the same page 11. And there are those who attended virtually online on page 10. They are all properly listed. Are there any omissions? Anybody whose name is not there, please could you inform us so we can add your name to the attendance list?
Yes. And I think she tendered my apology.
Your apology. Okay, thank you. Registrar, send somebody and send an apology. Please have, because I have a presence here. We will take our minutes. We want to put the presidents high up in the list and the past chairman, wherever I know their names. In putting this order, there should be an order of preference, and we should, so you can see their names coming before the rest of the people. It's about the mark of respect to them as leaders, past presidents, past chairmen, and the president of the PSN. We should put their names top on the list, please, for subsequent meetings. May I so direct? Thank you. Yes, please. Put your glasses at it too. You see your name there. On page 12, we have the roll call of states as presented for the mid-year meeting. There were 15 states present when we started the meeting. Oh, absent. So we had 21 states in attendance, with FCT 22 states. Then on page 13, on page 13, recognize them. Thank you. Oh, yeah, NAPSA is here now. Okay. May I please appreciate our brothers from diaspora and particularly NAPSA executive that have taken our time from US flying in here. May we applaud them, please. Could you be outstanding for recognition? And thank you for the energy and the strength to fly from US just to have a meeting with us. We continue to appreciate you. Thank you very much. Remarks and the fellows. We go to page 14. The Secretary's report. Page 14. Page 15. Group life assurance. POF website. Celebrations. Financial reports. Page 15. And page 16. Presentations from our brothers Ahmed Yakasai and Professor Rebale, who spoke to us. The brief from the PSN delivered to us at the meeting by a registrar. By a registrar. The PSN present brief is recorded here. Discussion of the reports. AOB adjournment. Page 17 is the adjournment and the AOB. Please, are there any corrections, if there are any, that you want us to make on the minutes as presented by Secretary of the Board of Fellows? Yes, please. Any amendment corrections? If you raise your hand, we'll give you a microphone. And your state, so we can record appropriately. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sirs. My name is Muazu Haruna. On the attendance list, my surname was misspelled. Then, on page 17, the first sentence, The name should have been Muazu Haruna, not Muazu Muhammad. Haruna.
Haruna, not Mohammed, okay.
Yes, that's the first sentence on page 17.
Okay, thank you.
Then on the attendance list too, my name is misspelled. I think you should take note.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We apologize for that. In the absence of any other one, could any of us who was at that media meeting please move that we adopt this document as our own so we can debate on them?
I am Dr. Fully Committee. I move for the box.
Thank you. Secondly, maybe somebody who is there, please.
I am Dr. Daniel Orumesi from Ayasa State. I second the motion.
Thank you.
Once again, I want to add my voice in apologizing for the difficulty in making the materials for this AGM available to us. It was just one of those uncontrollables, so forgive us. Past President Uwaga, please, I recognize you. I just saw you now. You're welcome, sir. Okay, Secretary's report to the 2025 AGM of Board of Fellows from School Society of Nigeria holding on Wednesday, 5th November 2025 at the PSN conference, Kano State. Protocols. The BOF Chairman, Pharmaceutical Abakama of PSN, PSN President, Pharmaceutical Ayuba Ibrahim of PSN, past Presidents here present, past BOF Chairman here present, PSN National Officers here present, BOF also held. Several other meetings were also held afterwards to put the program in place. Subcommittees were instituted to ease the operation of the planning committee. The first day of the midday meeting, Wednesday, 2nd July 2025, featured the 7th public lecture with the topic Mental Health, a basic human right crucial to personal, community, and socio-economic development. By Mr. Vicky Vahers, FR, Managing Director, Java Group of Companies, where prominent pharmacists were decorated with awards. The awardees are as follows. Pharmacist Dr. Zango M. Mohammed FPSN, former Group Managing Director of NNPC Medical Services Limited, founder, Zango Father Foundation. Also decorated, we have Francis Nando BFPS and Managing Director, CEO, Embassy Pharmaceuticals and Chemicals Limited, Group Life Insurance. This year, during the renewal of our subscription for the 2025-2026 insurance year, with the new fellows, a total of 140 fellows who are below age 75 years pay the premium and are listed in the group insurance program. It is pertinent to know that anyone willing to join the scheme at any time during the insurance year will be accommodated if such person fulfills all the conditions. The BOF website. The website is better and active at www.bofpsn.com. The activities of the media meeting and other BOF activities are captured there. Passages, I think the chairman have taken care of that. Celebration. We are glad to inform this meeting that we celebrated with our colleagues who informed the board of their celebrations. Prince Julius Adewale Adeluyi LLD of FM, MNI, as Papa Knighthood of the Pontificate of St. Gregory the Great, KSSG, was celebrated. Francis Dr. Moyo Adejumo, FPSN, a retired DPS Lagos State Minister of Health, appointed member of the Lagos State Health Service Commission, Commissioner 3. Also, Francis Ike Onyechi, FPSN, bagged NIM Distinguished Fellowship Award. All celebrations posted on the BOF platforms were accurately celebrated by the BOF. Courtesy visits. On assumption of duty, the executive committee members led by the chairman, BOF, and all the vice chairman visited many pharmaceutical companies who are our sponsors in Lagos, as well as some individual senior colleagues. The visit was to appreciate the companies for their support in time past and seek for their continuous support for the new administration. 2024 group of fellows. On the 28th of February 2025, 145 new fellows were invested in Abuja. They were welcomed by BOF chairman. They are all expected to be in this annual general meeting. Annual dues and endowment levies. We kindly urge all fellows to prioritize the payment of annual dues of 50,000 naira. By fulfilling this responsibility, you enable the board to sustain its initiatives, execute its vision, and continue to make meaningful contributions to our profession and the healthcare system. The account you pay the money is as posted. It remains Zenith Bank. For our colleague fellows with huge outstanding dues, the BOF neck is still. Today, this AGM, we published the names of fellows who paid their dues as at September 30th on the WhatsApp platform. This allowed members to know their financial status with the board. Such lists will be sent to the PSN to be published in the conference brochure after corrections are made on the list. We also wish to inform the AGM that 2024 set of fellows have all paid their dues of 2 years, as well as the endowment levy. The set is one of the sets who achieved 100% payment of dues before investigation. Please, can we appreciate them? We thank the immediate past president and the incumbent president whose concerted efforts yielded this success. We appeal to this 2024 set of fellows to continue their good deeds. We also appeal to our senior fellows to kindly, those who are over 75, to kindly donate generously to BOF since they are exempted from paying their dues. You are most welcome. In conclusion, I give glory to God Almighty for His grace upon our fellow members. I also thank the fellows who supported the board during the year in review, and especially at the mid-year meeting held in Lagos State in July 2025. I can now mention the support of pharmacist Professor Olukemi Odukoya, FPSN, who continuously supplied BOF with water and snacks at the mid-year meeting and fellows lounge every year. In this meeting, she also did what she is good at doing. Please, can we appreciate her? Thank you very much. I also thank the executive of BOF and all committees of the board for their support to the secretariat. God bless you all. The only way this executive can show enough gratitude is to perform creditably to move the BOF to the next level for adequate visibility. Distinguished fellows, once again, you are welcome to this meeting as we seek your cooperation to make the meeting business-like without unnecessarily repeating ourselves and wasting time. Once again, thank you, and I wish us all useful deliberation. My name is Damian. Thank you.
Thank you, Damian, for the financial officers. I think I'll ask Jayola to please give us the financial report. Thank you. Motion to accept it for discussion. I, Sam Adekola, fellow of the Pharmaceutical of Nigeria from Ondo State, hereby move that the secretary report be adopted. Thank you. Any seconder, please.
I'm Pharmacist Chris Okachukwu. I second that motion for adoption of the secretary's report. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Pharmacist Mohammed Sango, who is not providing of this suya to have a meeting. We appreciate him. Sango, will you stand up for us to? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good afternoon, the President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, past presidents, and all other protocols duly observed. I'll be presenting the financial report, which will comprise of the statement of account and expenditure for the year ended 30th September 2025. In order for you to know how your dues were spent, I would assume that you have read the statement of accounts and expenditure for the year ended 30th September 2025 with explanatory notes on pages 34 to 31 of this AGM report, which is already supplied to you on your WhatsApp. You may want to refer to that. Therefore, I will quickly go to the summary, which is starting from page 32 to 34. It is a great honor to be presenting this report, the summary of this report. We are pleased to present the financial statements of the board for the financial year ending 30th September 2025 with the comparative figures for the year ended 30th September 2024. Please feel free to review the detailed reports already announced on page 24 to 31. Income for 2025 grew from 34 million to 97 million. Our expenditure grew from 35 to 72 million. Our annual dues, I'm giving a truthful report. Total, so you are free to. Our annual dues grew from 11 million to 37 million. Outstanding dues decreased from 22 million to 1 million. So our annual dues decreased from 22 million to 21 million. Decreased. Our bank balance increased from 6.7 million to 17.6 million. I'm coming. Bank balance. Our total income for the year increased by 171% compared to the previous year, which represents a good financial and improvement on our financial performance. And the growth was mainly due to our increase in annual dues of and our endowments, as well as other financial prudence. Expenditure and bank balance. Our total expenditure for the year was more than double. This was due to so many innovative things that had to be done. The new fellows inauguration that took place in Abuja, the media in Festac, a lot of expenses, as well as other innovative things in the board. In addition, our bank balance increased from 6.77 million to 17.69 million. We were able to make an investment of 20 million in treasury bills, which was from the prepaid annual dues, endowment fees, and balance that we found in the bank. I would like to state here that our current chairman, has brought his experience in business. His belief is that they have to do an expenditure source for the money. So as the treasurer, he was very keen that any balance in the bank, save it. If we have to do any activity, look for the money and actually get extra to put back in the bank. These developments of this NEC reflect stronger financial standing and effective resource management during the year. The annual dues membership was actually increased from 50,000 to 50,000 per member in 2025 financial year. Consequently, the annual dues collected during the period rose significantly from 11.66 million to 37.36 million in 2025. This remarkable improvement reflects the dedicated efforts management to ensure the members complied with financial obligations. There is a table there of our standing dues state by state. I want to step here and encourage every state that next time I stand before you, I will find no state owing. Can I have a yes for that? Yes. What shall we do? Please look for your mentors, pay for them. They are old already, some of them are old and they've been owing for so much. 10 of you can come together and clear it. We are more than able. I don't mind. Let's agree, Lagos State, which ones are those our old members? 10 of us come together and pay them off so that we will not be coming here to be discussing Lagos State 5 million, no, Anambra 2 million, no. We will just come here and say all outstanding dues cleared. Do I have a yes for that? Yes. Fantastic, wonderful. We would like to encourage everybody to please ensure reconciliation and prompt crediting. Those of you that are taking time to send me SMS, give me a call. I really appreciate it. It shows that you care about this board, you care about the financial stand of this board, and we appreciate it. Lastly, what is our looking forward statement? Looking ahead, we look forward to a prudent financial management, improving our operational costs and sustaining revenue growth. During the year, we also implemented some strategic initiatives which included digitalization of our financial records and operations. We introduced online banking. This allows our remote chairman not from Lagos to approve banking checks without checks, online banking, and things are fast. We also tried to do a cashless operation using the POS. We introduced documentation discipline by paying for a Google Workspace, which includes paid Google Mail, which includes a paid Google Drive of 2 terabytes, so that all our documents are put in the drive. We also started an accounting software called Zoho. And we believe that at the next time in convenience, you can view your financial statements and also make payments online. Every BOF will then have a unique membership number. That has already started and we hope to complete it soon. Thank you very much, and we shall be taking comments when the discussion is done. Thank you. On behalf of the Financial Secretary and I, thank you for listening.
Ondo State was the first state to clear all her dues. Ground zero. Could you be upstanding? Ondo State, can you stand up and take a bow? Ondo State. Every person paid. The next was Gombe State. Gombe State. Oh, she's there. Gombe State also cleared all their dues in Gombe State. It's about our balancing. And finally, Kano State cleared all their dues before this conference. And I believe the next time we'll shoot an award for the first state that clears all these dues. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Kwara State. Thank you very much. Thank you. To adopt financial report for discussion, the microphones to anywhere you like.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Dr. Cyril Adewike from Enugu. I want to first of all appreciate this fantastic report. Okay. I was one of the people that complained at OCA about our report, and it behoves me to now say that what we have seen and what we have listened to is fantastic. And congratulations for that. I know you have been untiringly doing a great job. So thank you. And on behalf of all of us, I want to formally move that this report be adopted for, I don't know whether it's for discussion, but adopted for adoption.
For discussion, thank you. Address, Secretary's report, and financial report. Please, we open it for the next 10 minutes or less. Yes, please. Okay, sorry. The Secretary's report, and financial report, not Chairman's report. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Could we now discuss the Secretary and financial reports? Any comments? So we can move ahead with other matters. With the meeting, I want to thank the House for accepting our reports as having met your expectations.
Well, I don't know whether I should take this opportunity because there was a lot of apology on we didn't see the paper somewhere in Abuja. But I don't know who missed the paper. So when that time move a motion and henceforth we don't need any paper, send us online report. We were following you as you were presenting your report and it was so easy. So I'm moving that motion that we should stop wasting paper, which people will abandon. I'm ready to give it to them. Let's go paperless.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you very much.
Anambra State, I support that motion.
Thank you. Can we listen
environmental friendly in our action?
Can we listen to?
Ordinarily, you should have an agenda where you take motions and resolutions. So you shouldn't take motions now. But in terms of submitting an opinion, I do not think we're ripe enough to handle only e-records. Not in BOF, not in PSN. Do you have anything like archival recording in the secretariat at BOF? You already have substance. I think you should still give it some time. It's novel, but I don't think we can cope with it. Now you lose a lot of records. Think about it very well.
Thank you, sir. I think this is a copy of our proceedings. Send some copies to members and keep the hard copies in the secretariat. That's what I'm trying to say. It will reduce the amount of money we spend on people and people don't even take home. Thank you.
And distinguished fellows. Yes, we've had a very novel idea from our past president. In as much as it makes lots of sense. Why are people not actually debating the reports? Because we cannot follow it in total. If only you have projected this, maybe we'll have made do. We are talking about sending a 60-something page to our WhatsApp platform. This consumes data. There could be also failure in internet or network services. Let's be practical. We are not yet there. So we still need to make do with the hard copy, no matter how you want to do it. And we are not bringing it like what happened now. Let's have it projected so that we can follow it line, and then we can easily make reference when we are, talking to the documents. Thank you.
Thank you.
Comment is on the financial report. The financial report, as it is well detailed, I can see some level of professionalism in the presentation of the financial report, which is commendable. But I begin to wonder if it was prepared by a chartered accountant. If it was, there's supposed to be the stamp of the chartered accountant on that report. But having said that, looking at the transactions of over 100 million, I think going forward, there is a need for us to employ the services of a chartered accountant as an external auditor to audit the account of Board of Fellows going forward. So that is my suggestion going forward. Because even at PSN level, we are mandating all state branches to audit their account annually. So that I think BOF should also be part of this. Proper external auditing. This gives more authentication on the report that you are giving to members. Thank you.
We just introduced a new software called Zoho. We actually got an accountant, who did it for us. This is not audited, just an account prepared. It's not audited by anybody. And so going forward, we are looking at it. These are all costs to be run by the organization. The moment we think we have some meaningful financial strength, we can do all that. So we're in course. First was to introduce the software and generate a good report that which all of us have seen and appreciated. Thank you.
Myself with the last speaker. However, I think that some of the information that he gave would have been better off communicated to the NEC members either in writing or whatever it is, so that will have formed the basis of this report for today. In any case, it's possible for the association or the PSN to have one accountant who can look through all of these things. And then, of course, we also have the mandate to obey our own constitution first. What does the constitution say? Once you obey it, any other thing will now follow. So if it's a must that we begin to employ the services of a chartered accountant, let it be ingrained in our constitution, so that if anybody does not follow it, we now know that the person has breached what the constitution says. But in this case now, we understand that the BOF bylaw or constitution is being reviewed. So I want to ask that the review committee take into consideration what has been said. But in any case too, if the secretary has not written to all the technical groups, interest groups, and the states about this directive, I think it is important that they should write to all the states. It is not for us to come to this meeting and pronounce it and believe that people are likely to obey. So you must communicate appropriately in writing to them. Thank you.
And the House, good afternoon. We don't need a charter. We have the financial secretary. We have the treasurer. So what we did is to prepare our accounts and read it in the meeting, and then that account may be audited by a chartered accountant or an auditing firm. So we don't need a chartered accountant to prepare our own accounts in the house. Thank you.
Thank you.
The President and fellows of the PSN, I want to toe the line of having our accounts audited. The new tax laws are requesting some of these things from bodies. Even though we may be operating like an NGO, but it's required that we upload our audited accounts on the Federal Inland Revenue Portal if you have a TIN number. So by next year, most accounts without TIN number and without some of these returns may have some issues. So it's important that we get, even with small apps, we have audited accounts now so that we comply and our accounts do not have a problem. So I want to suggest, and then also the audited accounts are helpful when you're looking for funding for some of the things we want to do, some of these public health interventions we want to do. Audited accounts help you because the funders will demand of it. So the earlier we start our accounts audited, the better. Thank you.
And all the distinguished fellows here. Am I permitted to comment on the financial report?
You are free, sir.
Because the first part of the debate was the cost of electronic e-copy of the report. And what struck me there was the fact that you are thinking of how to save money. If you do that by sending the report electronically, you save money. And I also want to commend you, Mr. Chairman, that the money that was raised this year was quite commendable. When you look at the previous year and 2025, the fees, all the money that was raised, you can see a quantum leap. But if you all go deep into that report as well, you see that travel and accommodation by ESCO has equally gone up. And that gives me some worry, because you're really trying to save costs and you have actually increased your fund. Why is the cost of, is it the COVID, is it the devaluation that could have resulted? I just want some explanation, because quite significant.
It meant the cost.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. It's now 80,000 per night. And there are three components of that. In fact, four components of that report. Four components. Part is part of the last AGM that took place after the end of last financial year. Remember. Then we had the inauguration of the PSN president and new fellows. Then we had the mid-year meeting, and we've disbursed money for AGM, for this AGM. So you see these costs are what built up to what seems to be very high. It looks very high actually, but it's the reality of our times of today. Thank you, sir.
Protocols duly observed, observing my chairman, thanking him for the last mid-year meeting. It was great and all that, and I recognize everybody on the high table. But please, sir, I want to make an observation about the financial report. I see that we have merged development levy along with other collections, and I'd like to see a situation where we put development levy aside, so that when you need it, you don't have to go begging for it. It's just my observation. Thank you.
Thank you for endowment fund. But remember that by the end of last year's report, endowment fund was zero on it. So is this year's target of endowment fund in our ledgers is different from our donations, dues, and our sponsorships. So I understand what I'm saying. It's different, and those endowment fund are to be disbursed for what the endowment fund is meant to be used for. Thank you, ma'am.
Elders of the society, colleagues, good afternoon. Let me start by making a full disclosure. It is not possible for me to start explaining to everybody what happened to your leg, what happened to your leg. So let me see what happened so that everybody will be. So I won't have to be answering the question again. We were in Kano in July for our council meeting. I started feeling some severe pain in my leg. We in PSN, we have been working hand in hand with the VOF, even though we could cooperate better. I admit, we could cooperate better. So I'm assuring you, Chairman, you made some remarks during council meeting. I've taken it to heart, and inshallah, we are going to correct those things. So, you recall during the media meeting, the theme of the media meeting was on drug abuse, and they invited Colonel Brigadier General Buba Marwa for the meeting. During my speech, I made some requests to him. He didn't forget. So when I paid a courtesy call with some of the executive and past presidents, he reminded us of the things he promised us, and he set in motion some administrative procedures to take care of those things. So as I'm talking to you now, he had gone ahead to set up a joint consultative committee that will be meeting regularly to look at where pharmacists feel they are being harassed by the NDLEA. So he said we should be having constant meetings so that there will be no areas of friction between NDLEA and pharmacists who are practicing ethically. So, thank you for using that as a topic. He also promised that in their next round of employment, he is going to employ pharmacists in the organization, as we requested.
And he had given us an open door that apart from the consultative meetings he wants us to be having, if at any time we feel people from NDA are being overbearing, we can contact him so that things can be put right. Notice during registration of this conference, we didn't do it intentionally. For example, now our Sienna and some of our staff are still on the road with the BOF items. So the truck that was bringing the conference bags and the materials was arrested and refused traveling because they say that state trucks are not supposed to be traveling in the afternoon. So these are not things that we can't control over. But be that as it may, we have to take the blame and apologize to you and assure you that next time we shall plan better and take proactive action to avoid such incidences happening. So, Mr. Chairman, I wish you a successful meeting and may God bless all of us.
Thank you. May we applaud the President for his time at this meeting and for his presence. Mr. President, sir, we'll keep coming to you as our father, and we'll continue to ask you to look into matters of the board and our membership. Many people in this board feel there's not much in it for them, but we need to create value for the board. I said earlier before you came in, during my speech, my remarks, that first quarter of next year, we wish to convene a summit of leaders summit. All of us here are fellows and represent the cream of society to actually look at the board, think about strategic plans for the board, what we want the board to be next 3 or 5 years, and I'm sure many of us will be invited at that event to ensure that we can create a new way, a new thinking for this board of fellows. And we also requested, Mr. President, sir, that the board be fully involved in the selection of fellows, the process of selection of fellows. That we need to sit down with you and NEC and the past presidents and council to look at how can we get the best of pharmacists into this board, so it can be sustaining and enduring, and the respect therefore will come more. We'll have the right people in the board. We tend to approach you, sir, at the right and auspicious time to look at these matters. Thank you, sir. The chairman of our board, Hajia Usilat Giwa, FPSN, FPC Farm, to say 1 or 2 words to us.
I recognize the President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria and the Chairman Board of Fellows of past presidents, distinguished elders and fellows and colleagues. I recognize you all. I want to underscore the point that the Board of Fellows is on the right path going forward. I also want to commend the way and manner the meeting is being conducted. I also want to let you know that you should continue to leverage on your tolerance. I think you have grown so much into a leader. I think you should help me give him a round of applause. So I think we should underscore the point, because some of us have known you for a long time, but you brought so much grand styling into the way and manner you are managing the BOF. So well done. I also want to thank you for the recognition given to us. And I want to use this opportunity to underscore a very strong point that it is very important going forward, these beautiful things we've started. I think we should be given recognition wherever we find ourselves as the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria. We discuss further on that. I know there are challenges and there are prayers. You know, we are waiting for the answers. But going forward, I think we deserve all the respect that should be meted to Pharmacy Council of Nigeria. The registrar will give, you know, a brief report of the activity of the council. It's been so much activity so far, even though we were bedeviled with paucity of funds, because our major challenge, which, you know, going forward during the AGM and other fora we look at, is how we can have more funds for enforcement activities. Because without the enforcement, there is very little, you know, results you can get. So with this short brief, I thank you so much. While I give the microphone to this registrar.
The kind words, ma'am.
You got me.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I think the ground has been laid by the chairperson and chairman of BOF, our president, our immediate past president, elders. I have a brief report to present here. And starting with the register of practice. As at now, the total number of pharmacists who have on the register is 37,451. What this means is that since the register was established, the number has continued to grow up until this. We have in this a register of those who are RIP, we call the RIP register. But then, of course, those numbers cannot be reallocated. So each time we are asked, and it's consistent with regulatory practice anywhere in the world, we give it as it is. And today, it's, like I say, it's 37,451. As at today, this year, we have licensed 19,108 pharmacists, and the premises so far licensed this year is 8,450. For the pharmacy technician, we have 23,829. You will agree with me that the PPMV regulation has been the most difficult for the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria. Glory be to God that the challenges of the past has been put behind us. You will recognize that the patent and proprietary medicine vendors were created in 1936. Unfortunately, the law that created that body situated the control of that group in the office of the Honorable Minister, who chooses to delegate the authority. I cannot imagine why the authority to regulate or issue licenses to manufacturers, importers, wholesalers would be in the hand of the PCA. The PPMVs was in the ministry under the office of the minister. I think it's for reasons best known to the drafters of the law. Unfortunately, we had ministers who delegated this authority as far as local government. We had those who delegated them to states, Ministry of Health. And you have pharmacists asking, what is Pharmacy Council doing about the PPMV? Without actually understanding what the issues were. We had ministers who even concentrated it in the Ministry of Health, Federal Ministry of Health. Sadly, each time this delegated authority is brought back to Pharmacy Council, because at each point that it was delegated, it failed. And the next point was take it back to Pharmacy Council, being the regulators of the profession. But these people run to court. Sadly, we had court that granted them interlocutory injunctions, some for 15 years. It happened in Kaduna. It also happened in Akure. We also had one in Benin. What that means is that, what that meant was that The minister had delegated it back to the Pharmacy Council. They said, we don't want to go. The court said, okay, everybody should wait until the case is decided for 15 years, for 10 years. And these people constituted themselves into regulators. We're happy that in the course of reviewing this law, and during the era of Professor Adewale, he saw the need to repeal that law and say we can't continue to do politics with very sensitive issues. After all, the Pharmacy Council itself report to the minister. Why should the minister be waiting to delegate this authority? And we are happy that we got the support of the minister. And that was after we had made several presentations at the TMC of the ministry to ensure that the decision is institutionalized. And today, you can see, though we have a lot of them in the field, we are currently building up the database because the authority to regulate them only came back to Pharmacy Council once, for the final time in 2022, that's 3 years ago. It's bad that this story lasted this number of years. But the most important thing is, we have also set up, step up our enforcement activities. So the register of PPMV as at now is 114,467, which is pretty low. But then, I think when you took over it was 10,000, sir. And so far this year, we have been to states like River State, Bayelsa State, Niger State, Edo State, Lagos State. And in all this, we have successfully closed down about 4,000 facilities. We also did what we consider a surveillance activity in FCT, where we visited 231 housing estates, because we recognize that with the establishment of more estates, the developers are beginning to look for a way of bringing in people that will supply them medicines without recourse to the fact that these facilities are supposed to be registered. It will interest you to know that even the estate where the chairman lived, we had a better medicine vendor. So in the course of that surveillance, the chair, I'm not talking of Chairman BOF. we close all of them and we ensure supervised evacuation of those facilities. So as it stands now, we can authoritatively say in these 231 estates that we have so far visited, there is no single unregistered facility in Abuja. With a view to also streamlining our inspectorate activities, because we have this challenge where reports coming from different states take different dimensions. Unfortunately, people fail to realize that though we are PIC in this state and PIC in that state, they fail to realize that they are representatives of council. And when decisions are taken and eventually they become issues of litigation, we take responsibility, because it's the face of the council that is seen, not the PIC. So we had a National Pharmaceutical Inspector workshop to harmonize our inspectorate activities. And I'm happy to say that the workshop was chaired by our past president, Dr. Ueno Owaga. It was a very productive outing. We have sent the communique to the Honorable Minister such that he will be guided. He will have information on the things that we are going to do going forward. Because I know that a lot of petitions have come trying to twist us to do certain things, and they will go straight to the minister because they feel that the minister has supervisory role. We have had a few and we have provided explanation. There is none that we have ever found wanting. We will continue to maintain that position of integrity and transparency. Thank you very much. We have inducted 1,978 pharmacists into the profession between January and September this year. We have successfully, at this point, the issue of pharmaceutical technology training, which has lingered for 23 years, has been brought to an end. I'm sure the President mentioned it during his presentation yesterday. it successfully ended. Indeed, the Honorable Minister invited us for a meeting, I think last week, and between us and NBT, they brought in their curriculum, and we told them it's not acceptable. So we are going to have another joint meeting together to look at our own curriculum. So that's the only one. Unfortunately, they goofed because they said they were inviting stakeholders from the industry, and we asked them which industry uses this pharmaceutical technology that you are training. To the best of our knowledge, the people who train as pharmacy technicians are best used in the hospitals and the community pharmacy. So you don't have any industry, and they were ruled out of order. So we agreed that the minister agreed that anybody that is going to be on that table during the discussion has to be from the hospital. And he specifically chose FMC Abuja, FMC Kefi, and DPS FCT, because these are the people that really understand what pharmacy technician is, not what they are talking about. Also, we have successfully done CBT in all our exams. For the first time, the pharmacy technician program has also done CBT. We've been doing the PAP CBT all along. The pharmacy technician became CBT, and I can assure you that it is going on well with the stakeholders. I want to stop here and thank the chairman for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, our ancestors. Could we, and our past chairman of the board as well. Can we have my ancestors first?
The registrar, because I have the microphone, I can. There you are. This gentleman was offered 2 billion naira, not allowed the relocation of Sabangari to CWC, and he rejected. And my respect. But one Igbo man is saying he shouldn't have rejected. At this time, and you refuse to collect. You are a man of.
Thank you. Thank you, please. Sir Ahimen wants to say a word.
My dear past president, past chairman, board of fellows, my dear colleagues. 2 things I want to say. Number one is on the president report. Yes, I can see the president one-on-one, but because we have some of our colleagues who I might not be able to reach all the time, our military colleagues, we are not using them much. I don't see why our products will leave Lagos Secretariat. And almost 5 days they are on the way and can't get to us. We should use our military colleagues. Even me, who is not a military man, with my pin here, and any of us who are going to Kuru, no roadblock, no commissioner of police will hold our more than 24 hours. Number 2, the PSN registrar is somebody I found when he went on that tutelage. When I was president of PSN, he was secretary of PSN Abuja. I found him then as somebody we think we can rely upon, and he has not changed. I want to say that he has not changed from that time I knew him as secretary. Even though there were politics, play politics, Abuja play politics. They didn't even want us to bring PSN conference to Abuja, and I told them, stay in your houses, I will come there march our conference. And that was the conference with Drug One and all of them. We celebrated 3 of our own that were ministers of health, or ministers with the cabinet of Nigeria. So I want to thank you, Mr. Registrar, and you'll be consistent. We need more people like you, and that's the only way this profession will grow. We need integrity, we need sacrifice. Not what to do we get. How many days are we going to live in this world that we need money? So what kind of money do you need? Every pharmacist is comfortable till God will call us. There's no pharmacy that is begging to feed. I can tell you that. I was once in Red, and then my boss came to Lagos and said, I didn't carry him at the airport. I said, I'm not your driver. I'm not your driver. You are a managing, and from that they started respecting me until I resigned. So what am I saying? We are uncommon products. We are not many. We have dignity. Let's show it. Thank you, Mr. Registrar. Thank you for the job you are doing.
Since the theme is about integrity, because I have a hand in making this man register. By confidence, by whatever, I was chairman of the committee that selected the register for the council. And we had 3 beautiful characters who, in the last 3, started with 40-something. But we had 3 beautiful characters, all from the council. So we have to thank Mohammed for raising those 3 characters, Baba Shehu, Amaka Okafo, and Ilubeju. The 3 of them would have made wonderful register, wonderful people. And you know, we so say that I was saying here that, look, you should have collected that money. Yeah, because you can collect it and do what you want to do, but you have to run. But on a more serious note, I will also say it at the town hall and AGM. But let's start here. I'm not comfortable that our council is not in place properly. We have a chairman, yes. But what are we doing to get our council inaugurated? What are we doing? I saw the president with the minister. I don't know what you discussed. But we should be more forceful. We want our council. We want our council. He's not promised. He's been promising for too long. We want a council. 2 weeks. Okay, let's follow up. But okay, we'll give him 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you. To ensure that we all subscribe to this group life insurance. And because we cannot do too much than what we can do. The bylaw says 3 times our dues what can give to a family in mourning. And the Chief ABO is here with us, our chairman of our bylaw. I'm sure he's listening, and I believe some of this will be looked at a matter of welfare to members. Because me as a person, I have an issue about welfare. When we lose our spouse, we get nothing. But when we pass on, the spouse gets something. And I believe for me, the comfort is more when we are the people who are mourning. That's why I look at it. When somebody is mourning, he will feel that touch that we came to him with a little pause, whatever it is, to say, well done. God bless you, you'll be consoled. But when you've passed on and give it to your spouse, for God's sake, it doesn't happen to you. So in our bylaw, let's look at that part of it. It's meant for the bylaw committee. And next year. Yes. The fact is that we have a lot of fellows in Lagos, and you must keep posting us. You can't be number 1 state and Eko. You must keep posting us for a media meeting. We are here now at AGM in Kano, so we've moved out of Lagos for another function. Next year we'll be in Anambra for an AGM. So let us try to retain our medias in Lagos as much as possible, and you have capacity to do that. You have capacity to do that. Echo for sure, you have capacity to do that. So I want to challenge Lagos State that we're coming back next year to Lagos to host our media meeting. Solidate on what we are doing. And if we move to another state, even the cost of movement is so high. Lagos offers us a better choice in terms of logistics, and we are still building up ourselves and our resources to do good for society and for community.
So let us just linger on a while in Lagos, because next year we're going to Anambra for yet another AGM, and we're all flying to that same place to run costs. So that's my thinking. I have my committees. I will set up our 2020 who will tell us the venue. I'm only suggesting that Lagos get ready for us. If we don't come, we can go to another place. But I hope we will come to Lagos next year for a media meeting and public lecture. Our annual dues has been set, and I want to thank God that we're doing very well with the dues. And but what we did this year in NEC, if you look at the PSN brochure, which I have here, what we publish, we are financial members of BOF, as in the PSN constitution, that after 3 years, you're not a member of the BOF by the constitution. So those who are owing us another 3 years didn't appear on this brochure, because we chose to give PSN our own list based on those. They are still fellows, but they're no more financial members. Then, for our own brochure this year that we're using now, only those who are owing us only 1 year are on our brochure. If you're more than 1 year, we didn't push it, because our bylaw says by March of every year, I pay you're not a financial member. But we set up till the end of the year. So in our brochure we are using at this conference, at this AGM, only those who are owing 1 year and 1 year at the most are published. And after this AGM, it is our intention to write to the PSN formally for these bad debtors. 60 of them are owing us 60 million naira in bad debts. We shall begin the process of reforming PSN formally, that these are no more members and they should do the needful. And we are going to pursue that. However, we have a challenge. There are some members who are incapacitated in the states. We don't know them. Some have gone senile. Some are very sick. The only 2 or 3 of them are going to report, and we've exempted them from payment of dues, so we allow them to go. So as states should send back reports to NEC, because the bylaw allows us to exempt people from dues or to waive their dues for them. If you have a case of a member whom in your state is now incapacitated and can no more pay dues, could the state coordinator or the state executive write to us, showing him, giving us, because even I confirm normally, I'll get back to say this person is actually sick. That's why we are about welfare. Many of us are old, many of us are ailing, but we don't know what your state is except we're informed about it. If those people are now corrected, we'll now bring them back into the fold, because actually they didn't pay because they didn't want to, but they can't afford to make payments anymore. It's just by way of information to all of us, so that everybody is happy about the whole thing. Thank you, my senior, my living ancestor, Olimide. Can you speak to this? I'm sure you're here.
Mr. Chairman, you need to listen to this. I think this vicious cycle, one of the very good things about the level of dynamism that's been brought on the table by the current EXCO is that this is probably the best opportunity you have to deal with this matter. It is not the responsibility of PSN, and I'm saying it loud and clear. Go check the Constitution. It's not the responsibility of the PSN to deal with these problems you have, this problem of indebtedness. If you go check the Constitution very well, and we've been having this walk passing for many years. BOF will continue to score own goals. I'm sure you know, we should continue to deal with unforced errors. If you do not take the bull by the horn to solve this problem yourself. The spirit of the Constitution is very simple. If a fellow does not pay, serve that fellow a notice. And after you serve that fellow a notice, you have a free will, just like you have done with your list this year, to inform. All you need to do is to inform PSN that this person is no longer a member for so reasons. And I give you the example of the academy. The academy came up just about 10 years ago. I was shocked the first time I knew that some of our foundation fellows in the Academy of Pharmacy had been thrown out on grounds that they did not pay. And even even when there were served notices, they still did not do anything about it. Now, what that has done is simply that those who choose to remain fellows know that they have to fulfill their financial obligations to the academy. You need to mark that spirit of some of your declarations there this afternoon with action. Once you throw out one or two people, I can tell you, many other ones, especially those who are capable, they will do the needful.
Thank you. Let us tell our members, and that's I'm looking for even excuses for those who might not be able to pay or owing or willfully but out of ill health. So we can clean up our register and then do the needful.
Appreciate the current board for being IT compliant. They are talking of Zoo using Zoo software. That is a step ahead. That's what we use in the office, so I know what I'm saying. So that's a step ahead for an organization like Board of Fellows. So I want to commend you. I want you to use it to track every income and every expenditure. And that will help the account of the board. Thank you very much.
As the PSN dues, ACPN dues. We've spoken to the PSN council and they've agreed to help assist us. That fellows, but at the point we have to open up the gateway. We have to inform the providers at the back end, those who have already paid, so they won't block them. So please, let's all move ahead to pay. We cannot pay our dues for the next 3 years at the back there. The ATM will take all that amount of money into our accounts. We are no more picking cash. We do it electronically into our bank accounts. Do we have Pharmacist Pharmaceutical in the house, the chairman of that committee, to present the screening committee reports to the house, to AGM? Is he here? Okay, thank you. Pharmaceutical, could you come forward and present the report of your screening committee?
In terms of protocol, I don't think the screening committee has a responsibility to this general house. If you have a screening committee, I presume it's for the purpose of an election. Yeah. What should have happened is the screening committee should have presented its report. It's published.
It's on this document. It's published. It's even here.
And so why do you want
okay,
to present
fine.
it to us?
That's the one. So, President Tanko, we appreciate your presence at this AGM. By next time we see you, we should walk with your 5 legs, with all your legs running. Running with your 5 legs. Okay. We have taken the reports as read. I said earlier, the other ones that are not here will be sent to members through the platform for them to study. Don't give us a note about any member. You do a letter to Secretariat addressed to the chairman so that we can review the member's condition and decide whether it's accepted or not. It's not by dropping a note, a letter from your state with evidence that it's not well. Thank you. We are now at correspondences. Could we take a secretary, your correspondences, please? Correspondence. That's next thing we have.
I think you are doing very well, and at this point, my understanding is that correspondences you talk about should come direct through the secretary to the executive, and you peruse them. The one that you think you want us to know, which might be of interest to all of us, you showcase it. Others is at your consumption, not for all of us. That's what I think. Thank you.
That's what I asked him to do.
We have this invitation from the families of Chief Sir Chris, FPSN, and Lady Fi Ukachukwu Akajugo of Umwezedam Village, Ubahu Okija in Ihao local government, Anambra State, and Chief Sir Emma and Lady Jennifer Wankwo, Akajugo, Enugoku, Nomuri, of Akama, Osili Village, Enugoku in Anambra, request that members attend the wedding of Chinelo Favor and Chigozie Walter. This comes up on 6th December 2025 at All Saints Cathedral, Nature. Reception follows immediately thereafter. So we are going to post it on the platform for you to get more engaged. Thank you. That's the only we'll have for you now.
Any other business, you can send information to us through the platform, through NEC platform, and so we can look at your challenges if there are any. Kachuku was a wonderful host to all of us in Okija. When we went for a Saturday's burial, he was there for us. He hosted us lavishly in his palace in Okija, and he's saying we should come back for yet another hosting and feasting in Okija and then Onisha for the daughter's wedding. Congratulations, Chris. Congratulations. As I go into AOB, I just want to make one or two comments. Just 2 months ago, or thereabout, 2 of our members, revered elders and fathers of profession, were interred. And for 2 of them, the pharmacy academy, the Jeff Academy of Pharmacy, had validatory session for them, and we placed this on our platforms. But I can tell you, the attendance was not wonderful by our fellows. Please, we want to honor our members. If wherever you are, as part of our welfare and what we say, let us be part of those processes. There's nothing we can do more than being present at such ceremonies. Interments, validatory sessions, wake-ups, whenever they exist in our own environment. Please, we should try to participate and give honor to our members who have served and have gone passed on to glory. I think it's time to dissolve the house because our tenure ends with this AGM through this house, and so it will be my honor and privilege to dissolve this house as we are today. And we will now call our past chairman, Professor Femi Oyewo, to please come forward, if we leave, to please conduct the re-election, because we already have a screening done and results produced. So may I invite Professor Femi Oyewo to please come up here as we vacate this seat to end our tenure. Those who are qualified will be brought back to work. There will be no election per se because no question will be contested by 2 people. But we need to dissolve, and we have to bring us back as in the constitution, bylaws of the Board of Fellows. So back. Thank you.
Pharmacist Akpakama Ochena, our FPSN, returned unopposed. For the vice chairman, I didn't hear you clap. They've done excellently well. For the vice chairman, Pharmacist Momodu Ramechu, Dr. FPSN, vice chairman, returned unopposed. For the secretary, we have Pharmacist Damien E. Izuka, FPSN, returned unopposed. For the assistant secretary, we have Pharmacist Onora Ngozi, FPSN, assistant secretary, returned unopposed. For the treasurer, we have Pharmacist Osarichi Ernestina. I love that name, Ernestina Jayola, FPSN, treasurer, returned unopposed. For the financial secretary, we have Pharmacist Margaret Mrs. Dr. Margaret Obono, FPSN, Financial Secretary, returned unopposed. For the unofficial member, we have Pharmacist Professor Annual Wanang, FPSN, returned unopposed. For the second unofficial member, we have Pharmacist Dr. Amibo Kingsley, FPSN, returned unopposed. For the internal auditor, we have Pharmacist Iman Ude Akbe, FPSN, internal auditor. Withdrew nomination, so we don't have somebody there because we have withdrew nomination on that on the remarks. So for the internal auditor, we have elected unopposed because one of them withdrew. We have Pharmacist Samuel Olugbemi Taiwo, SOT, FPSN, internal auditor, elected unopposed. And this has been signed by the chairman of the screening committee, Pharmacist A. Lanre Familose, FPSN, and the secretary of the screening committee, Pharmacist Joseph Ichaman, FPSN. Thank you very much. With this, with all the ESCO members, please return to take over and continue for the next session, the next 1 year.
Seriously. And we realized that 2 persons were not properly recognized as the last agent because of time and circumstances. And today we want to do the needful to correct the wrongs that was done last year. And I want to request our father here, our past president, Chief Dr. Ueno Uwaga, to please come and present a plaque to our immediate past vice chairman of this board, Chief Morondia, who is here with us, to present this plaque to her as a memento for services rendered to the Board of Fellows. Thank you.
Board of Fellows of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, and indeed all fellows of the society within and outside this country. We want to recognize your services, which has always been there, selfless and always willing to sacrifice for the society. The board appreciates you. Congratulations.
May I ask our past chair, Femi Oyewo, to please come forward and present this plaque to our unofficial member. Please, Ramet Mamadou, could you please come forward? You are served first as unofficial before being vice chairman. So could you come forward and receive this memento from us?
Thank you very much. This is an appreciation award presented to Pharmacist Dr. Ramitu Mamadou, FPSN, FNAFA, in recognition of your meritorious selfless and dedicated service as unofficial member, BOF PSN 2021 to 2024, given this 5th day of November 2025 by the Chairman Board of signed by the on behalf of Board of Fellows, but signed by the Chairman Board of Fellows. Congratulations.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Thank you very much. There are 2 other awards here, even though the owners are unavailably absent. One is Professor Olukemi Odukoya, who is being given an award as the most valuable contributor to the Board of Fellows PSN continuously for 10 years, given this 5th day of November 2025. It's not in the quantum, but in the love, not the quantum, but the quantum of what we've done. She's been there for 10 years, working for the board, giving us little things, her bread, her water, watering us. So may I request National Financial Secretary Jay Ola to please come forward and receive this on behalf of Treasurer, sir. Receive this on behalf of Odukoya. We also have another one. This other one. This another award here. This award is for Pharmacist Prince Gbenga Falabi, FPSN. Recognition of your meritorious selfless and dedicated service as chairman of 2025 BOF Media Planning Committee. Gbenga is not here, and I will request Ngozi Honora. Is Lagos chairman here? Can I request Margaret Obono please to come and receive on his behalf? Send it to him afterwards. And give us almost 10 million naira in returns after the conference. God bless you. Yeah. Having said that, I think the job is completed. It's not. It's always complete. It's just for me to thank everybody that came to this ceremony, to this AGM today. I want to thank our brothers in arms who have been here with us. The discipline in the military, we can see it with you. Everybody around you has gone away, but you stayed back. It's the discipline we're talking about. It's the honor we're talking about. But some people stayed back because they thought it was necessary to finish the ceremony. That is the quality of what we should be as citizens of society. And I'm hoping that we all change and turn a new leaf with time. Thank you, everybody who's been here. I'm committing myself and the executive elected with me to continue to do better. Every day we'll get better. I want to say it's most commendable. And by next year's AGM in Anambra, a lot more stories will be told. Please be ready to work with us. We're going to engage everybody, any members of the board, either nationally or zonally or in state chapters. We must begin to think of this board. We should be asking, what can we do for the board and not what the board can do for us? By doing things for the board is strengthened, it's a lot better, and we have more value added to it. God bless you all. May I come for an adjournment of this meeting? An adjournment moved by, not for the high table, from over there. Yes, please.
In absence of no further discussion and all these things, even if you have something that you want to discuss, for long that your stomach will not burst, please let's adjourn. I hereby move Dr. Muhammad A. Audi hereby moved, and let it be moved with me that we shall join this meeting.
Niger says, yes, please.
Bridget Otote, FCT. I support the motion to adjourn this meeting. Thank you.
Then adjournment by an lady again.
Wachuku Izzy from Lagos State. I support it.
Having said that, may I ask the lady to give us a closing prayer? Thank you. We have adjourned Sineda, isn't it? Until a media meeting. Thank you.
Shall we all stand to pray? Shall we all stand to pray, please? Our Father in heaven, we thank you for helping us thus far. We thank you, excellent Jehovah, for a wonderful deliberation. We thank you for all that we have gathered to do went well. You started with us and you ended with us. Our prayer is that all that we have written down and agreed to do, you grant us grace to accomplish them in Jesus' name. We thank you for each and every one of us that was present. Our going to the next program that we have, We shall get there in peace in Jesus' name. By the time we gather again next year for the mid-year meeting, Baba, bring all of us that want to come, and there will be no issues. Journey mercies for everyone. Take all the glory, Lord. BOF will do better. We are getting better and better. This is just a stepping stone to a higher ground. Thank you, King of Glory. We thank you, excellent Jehovah, for in Jesus' mighty and matchless name we have all prayed. Amen. And all the children of God said a better amen. Amen.
So beautiful. This is meant to Baba. Yes. Okay. Yes. The world is beautiful. I'm a perfect example. Everything is on you. Life is so beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Life is so beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Life is so beautiful, so beautiful. Now I'm so joyful because my life is so incredible. Everything around me is so peaceful. Hard times will come, but I will stay hopeful. Those days I was never thoughtful. The mistakes I made are my breakthrough. Now I realize the world is so beautiful, so wonderful, so peaceful. Never knew it got things could be so helpful. I learned the hard way, the only way. Now I'm a big artist for Nigeria.